Hey guys, Carl Cooper here with OnTheBlock.com with a quick Q&A. Today's question comes from Anthony. The question is, Oliver Perez's terrible performance last season and this season clearly show that he's not worth the $36 million that the Mets signed him to, and the only reason why he got that contract is because of his agent Scott Boras. From a business perspective, do you think that Major League Baseball should be stronger when it comes to contracts and how much a player should earn to make sure that the Ollie signing doesn't occur again? Well, I don't think that Major League Baseball itself as an organization should step in when teams give out bad contracts. You know, at the end of the day, the teams do have the option as to whether or not they want to sign a player based on that player, what him and their agent is demanding. And yes, while Scott Boras is known for getting max money for all of his players, at the end of the day, I mean, you have to look at the Mets general manager, Omar Minaya, and the Mets organization, and, you know, they did not have to give Oliver Perez this contract. You know, up until that point in Oliver Perez's Mets career, he really only had one good season, which was 2007. Outside of that, he's been a very inconsistent pitcher for the New York Mets. So when the Mets gave him that money, they knew that they were taking a chance, they knew that they were taking a risk, and they still went ahead and they did it anyway. You know, and this is not the first bad signing we've seen from Omar Minaya and the Mets. I mean, if you look at the Mets' current roster, you've got Oliver Perez's contract, which is a bad one. You've got Luis Castillo's contract, which is a bad one. And you can even debate whether or not Alex Cora's contract this season is a bad one or not. So, you know, that's three right there out of their roster in terms of bad contracts. And in the past, over his tenure here as the Mets general manager, there's been other contracts which you can debate that Minaya has done that have been bad as well too. So I think really the onus shouldn't fall on Major League Baseball as a whole. It should fall on these individual teams, who's negotiating the contracts from the organizational standpoint, and the decisions that they're making that can impact the team short term and long term. Obviously, the Perez contract is not a good one for the Mets. They probably have their hands full with it now. And aren't going to be able to move him. And as you can see, they've taken him out of the rotation. They've put him in the bullpen, which may not be the best spot. But what else can you do with a player that's making that much money? So you can't just cut him. You know, so I think more onus on teams making bad decisions and bad contracts should fall on the team, not Major League Baseball as a whole. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you soon.